Good morning. It's Friday, July 18th. And yes, we are on our way to Colorado. So that's cool. I think we're going to go through Nebraska this time. I decided, you know what, we're going to go take a look at Chimney Rock because I've never been there before. So we'll swing by there on our way down. A little bit out of the way, but only about 20 minutes out of the way, so I think it's worth a look. And you can see it's kind of a gloomy morning, although I think we're going to ride out of that pretty quick. Started off decently when I was getting ready, but then right about as I left is when the fog started rolling in, so which, if you watch enough of these, you know that's nothing new for a road trip that I'm on. But that's okay. We'll manage. And it's not even that bad a fog, so I think we'll be okay. Not as bad as last year's was. And hell, at least it's not storming on us, so that's the kind of year it's been. Well, I'll tell you, this is maybe a weird opinion, but I sometimes think this is the best part of the road trip, is right when you're starting. When you haven't experienced anything yet, so you don't really know what's going to happen. I mean, you got a plan in your head on what's going to happen, but you don't really know what's going to happen. So you kind of, there's that nervous energy and excitement. Nervousness because you're like, well, hopefully everything works out and, you know, nothing breaks. Especially after the last road trip we had where we had to do about $500 worth of repairs on this thing. But you think of all the road trips I've been on, and that was the first road trip that actually involved a repair. Although the worst of it wasn't the repair that was the worst of it. The worst of it, too, was it was a self-inflicted wound. It was because I screwed up. It's something that I could have prevented had I just done things right. Although the tinfoil hat wearing side of me says that those fork seals have never been done right in there. So I swear to God, both times I did them exactly how they came out. So, which would mean that not only were the last fork seals I put in backwards, but the one before it were backwards, and the ones that were put in before it were backwards. Oh well, it's long in the past now. At least I was able to fix those issues, so, but really the goal of this trip is just to go do some ride around Colorado. Actually, the bigger part of this trip is the Minnesota Twins are playing at the Colorado Rockies this weekend. So we're going to check out game one tonight. That actually is the main goal of the trip, is to go watch the Twins play live again. It's been a while. I think it was their second to last game in 2019 is the last time I saw the Twins play live, and that was over at Target Field, Minneapolis. So this will be my first time watching the Twins in Coors Field in Denver. Won't be my first game in Coors Field. I want to say it was back about 2016, no, it was earlier than that, like 2013, 2014. Went down there, I think it was a Sunday. Yeah. Actually, no. It was even earlier than that. That was 2010. Jeez, 2010, man. Yeah, it was 2010. Because I was on orders at that point. Gosh, Memorial Day weekend 2010 we went down. That's right. Yep, that's right. And yeah, they were playing the Dodgers. That was still when, well, this is how old it was. Manny Ramirez was playing with the Dodgers. That's how long ago that was. And then when I was down there, I went down there when I went to work for the oil field. You had to do a 2-week safety school. Well, that was over in at a community college in Westminster. And then they put you through a CDL school too, so that was 2.5 weeks or so over in Commerce City. So in that time, me and the guys that kind of hung out with that were going to work at the same place, we went to a lot of Rockies games. Of course, that would have been 2007. That was the year that they lost the World Series to the Red Sox. But we did a lot of games in the rock pile, and that was when the rock pile seats were $4. If you've never been to Coors Field, the rock pile is basically the stands are way up in the top part of center field. Like, you can't get much further away from home plate there. So yeah, they were $4 at that time, so it was like perfect. $4 for your seats. A couple beers and some super nachos would cost you about $10. And you were entertained. Somewhere out there is Nebraska. As you can see, you can barely see the State Line Casino over there. Huh. Well, there is Nebraska right there. Nope, it's gotten very foggy. I was hoping it would improve by now, but obviously it has not. So, once again, we're kind of in our standard, well, we're going on a trip, so. Oh, well, I guess if I gotta have fog, it's better than rain. It's better than severe weather and all that crap, too, so, but. Such is the fun of taking a ride on a motorcycle a ways away. Well, looks like our fog has finally gone away, although it didn't take that long. I probably recorded that last video about 20 minutes ago. Which is good, because I can show you probably one of the most scenic spots of this part of Nebraska, which is just south of Shadron here. I can't remember what the heck these hills are called, but they're just a little bitty batch of hills just right south of Shadron and Gordon, which is kind of a nice little break, because let's be honest, Nebraska's pretty wide open. Which that's what Nebraska is. It's just wide open spaces and lots of corn in the east, and well, there's a decent amount out here too. But like I said, we can't completely dismiss Nebraska outright, because they got some pretty areas. You just kind of got to know where to find them. You'll notice there's still some haze in the air, and I'm pretty sure that's just from wildfire smoke, which another summer tradition here in North America. Used to be Western North America, now it's all of the East gets to deal with it too, so. Oh well. Two little lakes down there. Like I said, for me, this is one when I go through Nebraska. This is kind of, to me, a little highlight of going through Nebraska is coming through here. Really, in the end, when you're just if you're not stopping at Chimney Rock, really you got two options where I live. You can either go through Wyoming or go through Nebraska, and really the difference is about 10 minutes. I would guess before Wyoming raised their speed limits to 70, it's probably virtually the same. Let's see, according to GPS, we're about an hour and 21 minutes away from Chimney Rock, so we'll keep riding through these little spot here. Like I said, it's not a very big spot. It's maybe about 5-10 miles at tops. This is where Shadron State Park is. Apparently that was Nebraska's first state park. Didn't know that. I guess I've never read that sign all the way. I feel like if I had to live in Nebraska, I feel like this little spot wouldn't be so bad. And there you go, that's pretty much the end right there. Like I said, there ain't much to it. Even the Nebraska National Forest. And there you go. That's all. We'll see you at Chimney Rock. Look at what we've stumbled across. Oh, speed limit's 55 on this road. Yeah, maybe I should speed up, eh? There we go. There is the Chimney Rock. Kind of small. Still kind of cool though. Well, like I said, I'm glad that I went to see it. But we may take a look inside the visitor center though. It looks like, yeah, looks like it's open. Well, thinking we're gonna take a picture, and then yeah. All right, we're here. Well, there we are. There we were. Old Chimney Rock. Just a random rock. So, I've never seen the pictures where it shows that. They kind of make it seem like it's just this little rock just out in the middle of nowhere on its own, and there's other stuff around too, so, but. Alrighty, well, let's move along. Oh, here's another little nice part of Nebraska here. Coming south of Scottsbluff and Gering. I gotta say though, I am so glad to be finally getting some good serious mileage on this bike again. Because this summer has been bad for it, very much so. Yeah, it was starting to be a pretty slow year. I don't even think I had 1,000 miles on the bike this year as of this morning, so. But unfortunately, a lot of crap going on this year. It's just too much stuff going on. Had to put in that carport, which meant all that time that we were working on that when I could have been spending time on getting the house painted from the hail, getting the deck stained from the hail, all that crap. I couldn't do all that this spring, so I'm doing that now. So it's, you know, basically that carport kind of really screwed the pooch, but I will say this, at least it's done now, and I very much enjoy the fact that it went up well and it looks good, and it's nice to have something covered to park things under nowadays. So, but yeah, it feels good. But anyways, yeah, that was there's the nice part again, and it's gone. That's kind of the motto around here. It's like you get 10 miles of pretty nice, and then that's about it. So, but well, I guess we're gonna keep moving along. I don't know if I'm being brave or stupid, but ended up over here in Cheyenne. But when I punched in where I was going and one of the stops I wanted to make, well, actually I want to go to Cycle Gear in Thornton, which is just north, or on the north side of the metro. And when I punched it in, it said, hey, go back to Cheyenne. So, okay. The reason why I say I don't know if it's a good idea or not, because, well, it's Frontier Days this week. And if you don't know what Frontier Days is, it's basically just a big old massive rodeo. That's all it is, just a big massive rodeo in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And it's one of the big ones for sure. But that's why also we are not going to be making a stop in Cheyenne. We're just gonna drive on through. But the ride's been going good so far. We're still doing good. It's about 80 degrees, not a terrible temperature. Bike's running good. But I can check off another little road off my off where I've been. So, I mean, nothing special about it. Just the connection from Highway 85 to over to, let's see, Highway 385 over in Nebraska. So, interesting road for sure. Although I kind of run about every route down here I can think of now, I think. But I'm down here enough where you kind of want to do different things and kind of keep it mixed up a little bit of variety. So if I'm on the bike, I always come down 85. But if I'm on the bike, I usually try to go a different way if I can, if I'm, you know, kind of got time to kill, which when you generally always leave at 5 to 6 in the morning on your motorcycle trips, you generally got time to kill, so. But that's a good way to go, I think. Well, other than that, we're making good time for obviously getting down there. I figured hotel check-ins at 3. I figure I kind of want to get there right at 3. Basically, I want to get there, get unpacked, get checked in. I want to get in there as quickly as I can, so I got plenty of time to get to downtown. And the reason I'm staying out at DIA is because, well, which, yeah, that's where I'm staying, is at a hotel out by TIA. But the reason I did that is because, well, I have some choice privileges points that expire, like this month or next month, and I wanted to use them before they expired. So, and that was what of it was available for the points, and it wasn't infested with bed bugs or smelled like it or had black mold everywhere. So that was the other two options. But there's the old Frontier Days up there on the side there. Yeah, I made the mistake one time of, well, I didn't make the mistake. The people I was with made the mistake of, hey, let's fuel up, and, well, in Cheyenne, and, well, like I said, it just happened to be Frontier Days week, and, well, that was an adventure. And Cheyenne is busy enough the way it is on a normal day, but now you throw in there where, you know, you got Frontier Days going on, and my God, just craziness. Well, I see hints of mountains, so that's a good sign too. I like me some mountains. Well, I think we're going to, excuse me, keep rolling along. I don't know, I'm thinking In-N-Out Burger in Loveland sounds pretty good. I guess we'll check in with you later. Well, lunch is done. You could say I was in and out. Kinda. I mean, middle of the day pretty busy, but still. good. My ABS light's still on. Well, maybe it's finally going to actually show me what's wrong. That would be nice. Because it came up on me last year and, well, it just never told me what was wrong. But, it is what it is. Hopefully, we'll get it better. But there's that. We're on our way to cycle gear. Very nice. They put a cycle gear on the north side of the metro now. Because that's been the worst is Revzilla's downtown. Cycle gear was in Lakewood. And then Performance Cycles way down in Centennial. So yeah, you spent a lot of time going to places. Oh, well, let's see if this thing will let me go through. We may just cheat it, who knows. Yeah, we'll pull it just to make sure that they register. Okay, that should register them. Anyways, yeah, we'll tune into you later, I guess.
The next day.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, I'd like to apologize for, not closing out yesterday's video. So yeah, last night, got to the hotel, yesterday afternoon. Got in there, got everything unloaded, got my phone charged up, and went and did the game. And I will say this, I had a good time, although the Twins lost, which I can't say I'm really shocked. One thing that sucks as well, they lost to like the worst team in baseball by far. Like historically bad baseball team. So I think that pretty much unequivocally proved last night that yes, the Twins are not a playoff team. They've never been a playoff team. I know the positive people always be like, "Oh no, yeah, come on, they're not a playoff team. They're not catching Detroit, and they're not going to be a contender in wild card. It just is what it is." But either way, had a good time. So first of all, I'd like to apologize for not closing out yesterday's video. Kind of forgot. Jeez. Gets really heavy with that cooler on the back end. Alright. Let's go get us some breakfast and go enjoy our day. No, I haven't. Okay. We're using Reaver instructions, which are, always interesting. They're not the best. They do the trick, I guess. But, yeah, they could be better. But when you're trying to follow an oddly specific route in the middle of nowhere, I think they're probably a great thing to have. All right. And off we go. All right. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. So, We had a great little breakfast at a little place called the Atomic Cowboy. Well, actually it's a Denver biscuit company in the morning. Pretty good biscuits. Pretty solid biscuits. They got several locations throughout. I think they got like 4 or 5 throughout Denver, and I think they got one down in the Springs. But yeah, pretty solid, really good, really enjoyable. So now we got that taken care of, let's have Lookout Mountain. You know, and all the times I've come down here, I've never been Lookout Mountain, so it'll be nice to see it. Well, that's what we're looking for. Lookout Mountain Road. After we turn left here. Beautiful morning out here. For sure. Golden's also a beautiful town. And yes, they still brew Coors here. And I heard that supposedly this is the only place they brew it. Because obviously they're a lot bigger than just Coors now. Cancel. But, yep, they still brew it. Right down there by the river. It's nice out, but man, it's getting hot. Like, it's getting sticky already. Need to get to the mountains quick. That was one downfall of the Atomic Cowboy, is they don't open until 8 in the morning, which is a little late for my liking. I don't know, call me old school, but I like my breakfast places that open at 6 in the morning. That's when breakfast should open. 6 a.m. Not 7, not 8. Yeah, I know, totally sound like an old man. And I am. I mean, look at what I ride. I mean, for God's sakes. Everybody's like, God, you're so old. And I say, well, yeah. I mean, look at what I ride. Of course I'm old. All right. Went down some pretty little residential area here. No vehicles over 30 feet, so you can't bring your RV, Jimbo. All right. That's a nice little bike lane they got there. It's one thing, if you like riding your pedal bike, this is the place to come do it. Colorado loves the pedal bikers. But let's be honest, if you live in an area like this and you're into bicycling, I mean, damn right you would. Oh yeah. There's probably some $1.25 million homes right there. The only downfall is, well, today as well, you ain't gonna see downtown very well. Okay, wrong gear. Obviously got some speed bumps to deal with. I can't go that way. Come on. There we go. Yep, that's the one issue of that, is it will yeah, the reverb DPS is very wonky, to say the least. But like I said, you only use it when you kind of, want to route somewhere. I would never use it in traffic or anything else of like, significant importance. Oh, you can kind of see the shadows of downtown there. Getting higher and higher. You probably can't see it in the camera, but there's the Coors complex right down there. Good old Coors. Yeah, it's not the best beer in the world, but I tell you what, like last night, Rockies game, even though I'm not even a Rockies fan, it just don't feel right being at Coors Field, not drinking the banquet beer. Just don't feel right. Feels like you should be drinking the banquet beer. Sure, there's no one here. It's definitely another route you're not going to be spending any land speed records on, for sure. Nope. Actually, so far, this kind of reminds me of Iron Mountain Road, but with pedal bikes. That's what this reminds me a lot of. Well, is there traffic actually coming, or is this guy from Minnesota just afraid to... Well, it's hard to see, I guess. Well, nothing like having the pedal bikers on your tail. That's where it's nice to have a motorcycle. You can pass them inside the lane. Dude, you can go by them. Some of y'all have never passed vehicles on narrow, windy mountain roads, and it frickin' shows, man. This is the one downfall of getting to breakfast late as well. You get a late start out here, and now you're stuck in this. And it's, of course, a narrow road. And, of course, the pedal biker wouldn't want to just get on the other side of the white. No. I'm going to take my whole lane, too. That's what I don't like about you pedal biker people, is that there. Like, God forbid you move over for somebody. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of pedal bikers because, like I said, pretty much most pedal bikers I meet are pretentious. Whoops. Have to edit that out. Whoopsies. My bad. least they don't have a do not pass through like they're doing. Cancel, for God's sakes. God, I do not understand the voice commands on this Senna. Like, just the most random words will just have it say a command. Like, okay, never mind, this road sucks. Don't come on it. I have about had enough of it already. I'm probably not coming back. Hey, look, more view. They can kind of see downtown. It's hazy this morning for sure. I think we're dealing with fires from the other side of the state, unfortunately. All right. Oh, we got through another pack. I don't see what destination it is. Okay, there we go. It's right, like, yeah, not smart. Yeah, that's a idiot right there. Yep, moron. Oops, I gotta edit that out. Don't come up here doing that. Just don't. Like, read the effing room. Like, situational awareness. I know that we as a society really lack in situational awareness, but, you know, you see this situation, maybe, I don't know, leave the Rossi crap at home. Okay, yeah, don't come up this road. This road. All right. We have to let this thing cool off because, my God. Yeah, let's cool off. Let's cool off a minute. And I'm just parking right here and I don't care. All right, now we can go again. Now we're kind of cooled down. All right, there we go. Let's get some air through this bike again. That's 4 miles to Highway 40. That's good. So just a few more minutes of talking for you. So yeah, I actually kind of don't think this road's that good. Yeah, nice thing about a bike, you're kind of narrow. Kind of helps in situations like that. Oh, got another. Oh, I can't get away from this Sodak vehicle. There. That's how we do that. Yep. There. Sometimes you just gotta say F it and go. That's what we did there. Yeah, I know you safety nerds will be like, ooh, you just complain about it. Yeah, I just did. And was that stupid? Yes. And was that being an ass? Yes. But, like I said, sometimes you just got to be an ass to a motorcycle. Sometimes you just got to be an a-hole. There we go. There. What's really going to be fun is when I'm taking out my cameras here at the end, and he's probably going to come by, give me a talking to, and I'm going to tell him to kiss my ass. I'm going to tell him, I don't know, when you got a easily half mile of visibility in front of you, you can clearly see the lane is open, maybe go by the pedal bikes. But anyways, there's the lookout right there. Good, we'll get another little break for this thing to cool down. That'll be good. You can definitely feel a little chill, or, well, I wouldn't say it's chill in here. The air's a little bit cooler now. Obviously at the top here you see the Buffalo Bill Museum engraved. Nice ample parking lot here. Check out the lookout. go to the next surprise I got for you. It's gonna take me a minute to get there, so I'll leave you waiting in anticipation. We're gonna go up Ganella Pass, I think is how it's pronounced. I think. I don't know. Probably not. Who knows? But anyways, get there, it's pretty simple. Go to Georgetown, get off. Right up the hill. All right. Off like a herd of turtles. I don't know where that expression come from. I've just seemed to be a popular expression when I was in the military. But like I said, you get off at Georgetown and you follow 6th Street. It's amazing how much battery that Reaver really sucks on your phone. My God, it's bad. my quad lock charger can't keep up with it. Just can't keep up. So you get there at 6th Street. Or no, we turn on to 6th Street. I can't remember what. Basically, go to that sign that says Loop Railroad and all that stuff. And basically, we go through downtown. And then there's Rose. Guanella Pass. Damn. Scrape. I think that's something, but okay. All right. Up we go. And I think once we hit our point, we're going to Ace. All right, let's go. We'll leave us at least run into the pass. That way I get credit for it. Just try to be a prize whore on Reaver. Georgetown's such a beautiful town. It's kind of right how it's built into the mountain there. It's pretty cool. Guanella is open. Guanella. I think, I don't know, I've been working on Spanish. kind of like the first part of the Needles climbing up this. All right, this road's pretty cool. I didn't figure it wouldn't be. Still though, it's always nice when you get on the road and it exceeds your expectations a little bit. Try to keep this thing cool as best as we can. Of course, the problem is if you can't get over 30 miles an hour, you just can't get the right damn speed to cool this thing down without going to neutral and waiting. We might just have to do that. Here we go, maybe. There we go. Yeah, the cooling, like I said before, the cooling system on GL 1800 just kind of sucks. Poor design. Fans only work part of the time randomly, like when it's in neutral in first gear, but never in second gear. They blow into the engine, not out. I mean, they're fine as long as you can stay above 30, 35 miles an hour. But if you get under that, you're screwed. You either got to go 5 or 35. That's it. And when you're on a 25 mile per hour road, and then you get to dealing with people who don't know how to drive curves, so they take it at like 20, and then you're in that weird gear, and it's frustrating dealing with. But you kind of learn to deal with it. It's a bike that's paid for and I enjoy, so kind of dumb to, you know. There's too much else I like about this Goldwing to say, you know what, got to get rid of it because of one annoying issue. And I don't think it's so bad as the 06 and above. These bikes pass me. There. Yep, you can deal with them. They look like they want to go a lot faster than I do. They can deal with that damn car in front. Let's give them a little bit more space here. Go to neutral, cool us down just a bit. Like I said, the things you gotta do. Like I said, if I just had a Harley, I wouldn't have this problem, I'm sure. It is what it is, man. Let's see. Cool down. There we go. Now it should have plenty of space. And that's actually a good spot there because you can see the road coming up to you. Right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll see, I guess. Get up here. One thing I've learned with Reaver, if you're going to do a route, make absolutely sure you put it in the middle of the road. So otherwise you'll get stuck in that where you got to skip ahead deal. Pretty little lake right there. All right. Try to get me some air moving through here. There, come on. What a nice road. Not a terrible ton of traffic, not a lot of pedal bikers. Obviously some beautiful views. Cool you down a little bit on a warm summer's day. What are we sitting at? 68 up here. It was already mid-70s in Golden when I left this morning at 8:30, so another nice lake, a little picnic area. Another cool little lake. There we go. And bike is cooled down again. Of course, we're also going 40 miles an hour. Makes a hell of a difference. For damn sure. Of course, a very scenic hydroelectric plant. Hence the reason for the lakes. Coming to a national park near you. Well, it's probably a crap ton of oil wells. Oh, and affordable housing, because we'll build the affordable housing right by the power plant that like gives you cancer. No have to worry about condos there. Oh God, why? I assume that was a cynical wave. That motor is the line of demarcation. But it is kind of funny. Motorcyclists act like everybody's trying to kill them. Pedal bikers act like no one's there. There we found the pedal bikers. Oh yeah, we're feeling, you better wait for me, Jack. They did. Oops, more editing. I know I'm not on a Harley, but although I shouldn't say that, the attitude down here is just so much different from home. It always seems like it's so much more of a, yep, you do ride, and we ride, and we gotta stick together, because we're all riders, or bikers, or whatever you want to call us. I gotta say, for hotel coffee, that coffee ain't too bad at the sleep in by the airport. You know, it was a crappy machine coffee, and not the machine that's got the beans that are fresh ground on it, like the old machine that puts the ground coffee in a can, or like the liquid coffee in a canister that's not very good. But I've been pretty happy with it, so. Damn. I do think the cooler weather up here is helping that battery stay a little bit more charged. I think maybe we'll just try to run the thing to Deckers. So that's the plan today. We're going to try to get the Deckers. Actually, it shouldn't be an issue. But we're getting closer now. I'm starting to see the tree line. Oh, nice little campground up here. Huh. Should stay up there. With all that junk inside your trunk, I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk up my humps, up my hump.
We're gonna skate to one song only. Lady Humps by the Black Eyed Peas. What you gonna do with all that junk inside my trunk? I'm gonna get you drunk off my lady hump, my lovely lady hump.
I'm not skating to anything with references to lady humps. I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It's
Gets
gross.
the people going.
Just some lovely songwriting from the 2000s. I think we're about there. Where you want to come for your terrible karaoke? Motorcycle karaoke. Ah, what a great day for a frickin' ride, man. Dude, get the... Jesus, you got 10 feet to the shoulder. Christ. Like, that wasn't even that tough of a curve. But anyways, I'm still having a good time. God, this is awesome. I love riding motorcycles! Hell yeah! Woo! So much fun. And you know what? I don't care if you're annoyed with my excitement, because Sorry, don't care. I'm having a good time. And if you're not having a good time, go find a place to go have a good time. Whatever you're into. Ah, this is lovely. Yeah, a little off on that turn there.
You got me spending all the money on me.
Inside your trunk. I'm gonna get you drunk, get you love drunk off my humps. And it's all that ass inside them jeans. I'm gonna make you scream, make you scream. Oh, we got to be getting there now. We are getting higher. It is getting colder. 59 degrees. Great remedy for a hot summer's day. Just get up above 9,000 feet. Oh. Oh yeah, we gotta be getting close. Look at all the cars. Well, we may not get a chance to stop at this pass here. It's not looking good. Sometimes such is life. Of course, you got a bunch of hiking trails up here. Great place to come hiking. Obviously, we're going to kind of keep her a little in check through here. Obviously, we don't want to run somebody over. So we got to be damn near 11,000 feet. Because you start getting this far south, you got to get over 10.5 at least. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not going in there, I guess. You can tell it's a summit. Like, ears popped. Oh yeah, look at all that hiking you can do down there. Ooh. Cold wind. Yep. Feels like a mountain pass. That wind's blowing this way and it's not, now it's kind of cooling the engine. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Alrighty. There we go, getting back down. Nice little breath, just fresh air up top there in Guanella. By the way, this is only a seasonal pass, so it's a county road, so. But I definitely recommend it for sure. I mean, there's lots of cool passes down here, but I would definitely, you better have this one on your list. Fortunately, I was late to the party on this one. I didn't realize it was a thing until I watched Ride to Food, Stacey Wilt, one of her videos. For those that don't know, she's based out of Colorado now, Denver. And one of her videos first introduced me to this road. And I was like, why didn't I know about that? What the hell? So I've got on it now. So another cool little pass checked off. For the longest time, and then they just paved it not so long ago. That's how a lot of these roads are. Dude, your side of the road, dude. Wow. Y'all really like the center of the damn road, don't you? Good lord. Come on, guys. Ride better. Like, ride better. Now here I am just being that cranky old man saying, "Stay out my damn grass, you stupid kids!" Where we're at in the world. Of course, I don't have reception, so I can't tell. That's okay. Sometimes you just want to get lost. It's kind of what we're doing. Getting lost. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Rough little spot. Oh wow, check it out down there. Goes down to the valley and back up. That's cool. Ah, great view. What a view. Definitely feel like you're in the mountains. For sure. So yeah, I ran my SD card out of space. Used to always think I had 2 hours on for recording, but obviously either I have a different setting on there or something, but yeah. So we'll do a little bit more here of this road here, and then we're going to wrap it up. Well, we got a 1 percentage point back. All right. There we go. All right. There we go. So yeah, we ain't got much time left. Oh well. I still can't believe I filled up that card. I guess we'll find out if this card's the one that always randomly decides to lose the voice on me. Because I do have one card that does that. But fortunately I got a backup mic here. I just record this on backup. Basically it just gives a little copy stored in the mic. Once again, that was Vanilla Pass Road. I definitely would highly recommend it. Very good little road for sure. We're gonna get to the end here. Gonna shut that off, probably put it away. Then I think we're gonna head down for Deckers, or 2 Deckers, excuse me. Maybe have some lunch, I don't know. But honestly, I think I'm probably just going to close out the video for the day because I probably got plenty for the day that I can use.
Well, lunch is done. It was enjoyable. It was quite enjoyable, actually. What's it called? Oh God, I can't think of the name of the place. Hangout. Deckers Hangout. kind of got your usual kind of bar style fare, but they had a pretty solid blue cheeseburger, so I was happy with that. All right, overall I was fairly satisfied. Burger and a beer with tips about $30, so not too bad. About what you would see normal fare. They aren't necessarily the fastest place in the world, but you know what? The food was good, so I thought I got what I paid for. So going through a little bit of some spit. Although it looks like ahead of us there's a little bit more than just spit, but I guess we'll find out when we get there. But yeah, found that all at Little Decker's. And there's like a gift shop there, liquor store. Not a bad little stop. Nice little quiet spot. Wasn't quite as busy as I thought it would be. Actually, it seemed like the rush kind of must have hit about 11 or so, because I got there about 12:15, and by then most were heading out. Found a seat pretty easily inside, so would have rather been outside, but inside was fine too. Nice thing about the inside is it's plenty cool inside, so now, back to Denver. Figure we'll swing by Performance Cycle of Colorado, because like I said, I like to go look at stuff that I don't need. But I like to go look at stuff, so Performance Cycle it is. I should have got you the county road number. But basically, you take this county road out of Decker's and it comes out somewhere in the metro. On the south part of it, obviously. Alright, well, I'm going to shut this off and we'll see you in a bit. I will say this. This is where all the tubers hang out. Although a really good creek to float for sure. Lots of wide spaces. Not too crazy. Easy to get to. I wouldn't want to be down here if there's a downpour upstream, though, I can tell you that much. Oh yeah, you see down there, everybody's got their little shelter set up and hanging out by the river. We're just gonna sit in the middle of the damn road. What the Oh. Oh, what he's... You're already committed. You just will pull out and get the hell out of the way. Oh, that looks like fun. Sure brought my inner tube. Too bad they don't have any like deep pools anywhere. God, I could totally use a jump in a creek right now. And it's definitely, well, 78, not too bad, but it's a little humid, a little rain in the area, so. But okay, now I think we will see you in the metro. Tent City up here. This must be a campsite. Yep. Even a cool rooftop camper. Which, if you ask me, the only reason... It's interesting to see them used. Because I feel like, for the most part, you buy a rooftop camper just to tell people you have a rooftop camper. I don't rarely see them deployed. And personally, I mean, unless you absolutely have to be off the ground, waste of money. And the big tent I got was like $350. That little $30 tent I had from Walmart, you basically get that with a rooftop camper, and it's $3,000. Like, doesn't make sense. Plus, the other downfall is, well, what are you gonna do? I mean, if you want to go somewhere, I mean, kind of sucks. I guess if you were me. Oh, never mind. Oh, we're not doing gravel. Look at that. Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. Thanks, Reaver. Good job, Reaver. You screwed up on that gravel road. Like I said, this app isn't perfect. I mean, it is nice to have the track rides. Although I don't know if I'd pull price for it, though. Oh, for sakes! Good fucking Lord. Well, thanks, Reaver. Where's the fucking gravel end? Well, Reaver hosed me twice, so we're backtracking. Thanks, Reaver. Thank you. I ain't gonna lie, I'm about ready to say F for this app. It's wonky as hell. Doesn't work very well. What is with everybody doing 30 frickin' miles an hour on this effing road, dude? Seriously. Like, good God. Anyways, I guess we'll... Yeah, whatever. Well, this just in. There is only one way. There's two ways to get the Deckers paved. 285 and back down to the stupid Woodland Park. You can't get to Sedalia on a paved effing road. So, regardless of what this stupid app says, that I paid $20 for. Kind of annoyed. So, lesson learned. Unless you want to ride gravel, you can't go east in any direction from Deckers. I don't know, man. It feels like Reaver's main selling point has basically just been lost on me. Oh, well, one thing you can do is route you on crappy roads just as good as Google can, so makes me wonder why I should keep paying $20 a year for it. I'm debating. I may just not renew it next year. Debating. Find out, I guess, next year. Well, supposedly, here in a mile, this Southwest Platte River Road apparently is supposed to be a paved road. Supposedly. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of skeptical right now. Intercom? Okay. Thought I lost my sound for a second. It's been a weird day. At least the last hour and 15 minutes have been. I guess we'll see. I mean, let's put it this way, I wouldn't be surprised if this is also a gravel road. Well, what I've learned today is you got to use reefer at your own damn risk. You can have I want paved roads all day checked. He'll still let you go right down a gravel road. Like, no warning, nothing. Because, by the way, for the record, I made these routes on my computer at home. So, I had full data. It wasn't reacting. We'll see, I guess. Well, we'll see. I'm not banking on this at all. You may be off my route. Yeah, I'm aware. I've been off my route for a while. Yeah. I have a feeling this is going to run out of gravel too. I guess we'll find out. I will say that though, this might have been worth the trouble. That cool little stretch. If this thing goes through, I'm gonna be like shocked. There's no way this road is paved all the way through. No flipping way. Or the next one's not. I don't know. Wow. Cool little boulders and stuff in there. Looks like a few more cool spots to tube and hang out. Cool. Maybe this might make it worthwhile. Jesus. Definitely a little rough though. Huh. Wow. Even more cool stuff. Well, either it goes through or those guys turned around. God, look at all them boulders in that river there. That's pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. Well, this is an interesting road for sure. Must be doing rescue training there. Huh. Lots of cool little rivers to hang out by, that's for damn sure. Well, let's find out what this does.
Sounds like it was pretty good.
and interesting little settlement. Come on. Here's some gravel. Oh, yeah, we're on gravel now. My God, what's this road gonna do? That looks like pavement again. Boy, I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't trust this one bit right now. Well, I guess in all else fails, it's 5 other miles the other way. Come on. This road sucks. That one? No. Well, maybe. Is that... What the... It's not it. Oh, that's a resort road. Oh my God. How the hell did we make that work? How did we pull that off? Like, holy crap. Well, this battery is about dead, so... Well, that is not how I expected the last 2 hours to go. But hey, good news. I'm right by 285. So we found civilization again. We have... 29% of my battery left, so hey, it wasn't much of a top off, but it did help. But yeah, figured I'll check in with you real quick before I let you go, because we're gonna call it, because well, first of all, I had to take a little break, drink some water, kind of get my bearings back, because, well, I don't really want to do 285 with all my wits about me. It wasn't the plan of the day, but then again, though, didn't plan on the almighty Reaver, which routes I set up on my computer at home with full internet connection would send me down gravel. When I checked, don't send me down gravel, but hey, whatever. It did what it did. So it's Sunday. Heading north today. We're gonna do some riding right along the front range there. Got a little route picked out. I think it's all pavement. I checked last night via Google. And from everything I saw on satellite imaging, yes. Yes, we are. It's paved, so we should be good. So hopefully we don't have that fiasco we had yesterday. But who knows? We'll find out. All right, let's get out of the parking lot here. Let's work. Looks like I can get this way. Anyways, yeah, should be fine. Looking forward to it. Oh, someone's getting a pool. Good for them. That's why. Oh, good lord, dude. Yeah, we're having an issue with the GPS. Are we okay? I think we're good now. Jeez. But anyways, looking forward to another fun day. Should be pretty good. Kind of over the annoyance of yesterday. God, it frustrated me though. Holy crud. Especially because once I got to Deckers, I was kind of like, all right, well, we'll finish eating here and have a nice little hour, 15-minute ride back to Denver, and well, that didn't happen. It wouldn't have been so bad, but Christ, you ride 20 miles in one direction and find out, nope. Then you gotta ride back another direction, and you try another route, and still no. That last one though, that was kind of a nice little ride through that canyon there. Shut that off. That was a nice little ride through the canyon, through that canyon though. I did like that, so we did get some good out of it. But also another valuable lesson in, well, don't trust stuff. I already have trust issues sometimes the way it is, and just one more thing of like, yep, can't trust that either. I'm still though legitimately thinking about, I may not renew Reaver this year. We're next year. It already renewed 2 days ago, so we already got it for this year, but I'm thinking maybe not for next year. Because I feel like for the most part everything I'm doing with it, I feel like I can do with the free version. I just don't get the Butler maps or the twisty road routing or any of that stuff, but it ought to maybe be different if I rode in areas that I didn't ride a lot. But honestly, like your home area, I'm to the point in my home area, I know where every road goes and I know about the timeline it takes. So for the most part, I mean, I don't really need Reaver to tell me, you know, how long it takes to get stuff. I mean, it can be handy when you're not around, but even then, you know, there's a good amount of roads I've already ridden down here, so I was already going in and doing some ride planning before I came down. I already had an idea of where I was going and what I was doing. So I don't know if that just kind of defeats the purpose of it, but in the end though, it is 20 bucks. It's not that bad. It's not that much money. What's that, like $1.75 a month or something like that? Although if you think about it, you make the argument of what about riding season? So really, I probably pay $5 a month for it, depending on, you know, if you're looking at like true solid riding season. And really, if you break it down even further, I really spend $20 on it for, you know, a month. Because for the most part, like I said, I already know where I'm going, and I know the roads around where I live. So, but well, I think we're gonna turn the intercom back on, and we're gonna get riding. And because you guys have seen Denver before, so we don't need to show it. But we'll see you hopefully in the forest. That's a canyon there in front of us. It's time to switch cameras. Deploy the other one. Probably gonna keep this one on too, but I don't know if I'll do, well, maybe I'll do some talking with it. I don't know. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have, you know, shown my, that's okay. It's blurred out now, so we'll just hopefully make sure and blur that out. Although, to be honest with you, all right, put that on. My little thingy. Like we're gonna have an enjoyable ride. I guess we'll see. Unless it's gravel, then we might not. Let's hope that ain't the case. I don't want to deal with that crap again today. Let's put that in there. Well, actually, oh, hold on. How about I check in with you in a minute while I'm set up? Alrighty. Well, we probably should get moving, huh? Like I said, this is Golden Gate Canyon Road. I assumed name because probably with some gold in it. You think? All right. All right, let's go up a ways. Ah. Oh, I like it. Oh, cool, there's a house down there kind of stashed away. Huh. That'd be a cool place to live. Yeah. Well, hopefully we're up here early enough where it's not too terribly busy. We'll find out, though. Well, so far it's got kind of a Spearfish Canyon kind of feel to it. Right around here for sure. And next thing out here as well, on a hot day, you just gotta get about 30 miles out of Denver, and it's somewhat pleasant. You get high pretty quick. Even like hills, we don't quite get that luxury. I mean, it'll be a little bit cooler up the hills, but generally if it's 100 in Rapid City, it's probably still 92, 93 cups or so. It's not like you can get over 10,000 feet, the temperature's 68. Definitely kind of know what you're doing on this road. Well, if you want to ride this road, it's fairly simple to get to. Essentially, you got to get yourself the Golden. Then I want to say it's you want to take 92 kind of north on the. It's on. I want to say it's 92. It's on the west side of Golden. You want to get north on that, and you're looking for Golden Gate Canyon Road. It's at a stoplight. It's got a big sign. And we're no traffic, probably 15 minutes or so from downtown Denver. I would guess if it's, a busy traffic day, you're probably more like half hour, but still. But just like anything else, the key is to get up early and go. If you go out at 7 o'clock on a Sunday, it's going to take you 20 minutes to get there from downtown, if that. Hey, there my ABS light's back. I was wondering when I was going to make an appearance today. It's kind of weird how it's intermittent. And yes, I know that I'll probably die. But here's the thing with the ABS light, it's just plain simple. It means you've gotta, pump your brakes if you need to stop quick. Oh. Yeah, why did it stop? For f***ing sakes. Well, pretty much all that I just said is gone. Good Lord. What the f... This randomly shut off. Anyways, I don't know what I was saying. But anyways, we're back. Yeah. I thought that thing wasn't running. So, just catch you up. My ABS light has come back on. I know everybody was really worried about that. I know I was concerned about my friend, the ABS light blinking. Done doing a little bit of research, and we may possibly have a... Well, we're going to read the code, but I was able to read the code once. Boy, I can't get this thing to record. Save my life today. Why is it giving me so many problems? Well, we'll see how long it lasts this time. I'll just catch you up in a voiceover because, my God, every time I get to talking, it dies again. Ah, it's beautiful out here, though. Down the hill we go. I must got some settings screwed up on it. That's all I can think of. Alright, I guess we can't use quick record. We'll probably just go over this kind of little spot. I don't know if we'll do a lot on the peak to peak, because we've done videos on that before for sure. Yeah, something in the quick record must be messed up. So, sit rep, catch you up. My ABS light is returned, but it waited quite a while today. I've done some looking, and because we had some issues with it last year too, if you remember from the Vegas video. And the problem is every time you turn the key, pretty much it reset. So I'm either I got a bad sensor, or it's going bad, which I think is kind of weird, because it's been intermittent. I could have a battery going down on me, which wouldn't surprise me. Let's return the favor next time, dude. So anyways, or I got interference going, something. I guess we'll figure out when we get home. And yes, I know my ABS light on. Cancel. I wish I could figure out the command sequence to make that thing say a command, because I have not figured it out. It is just random words, and I don't understand it. But anyways, yeah, the ABS is out. I'm gonna die, I know. Although when your ABS is out, pretty simple, right? Like you don't have ABS. And if you're doing your emergency stops like you should, wow. If you're doing your emergency stops like you should, ABS shouldn't be an issue. Because ideally when you're doing emergency stops, you're not triggering your ABS. You're trying to practice to the point where you're good at stopping without your ABS. So that's what I try to do. And so that's what we'll do until we get figured out. Hopefully it's not a module or something crazier like this. And here's the thing too. The code may be cleared by the time I get home. Although, like I said, in the end, you can run without your ABS. You just got to know that, well, I figured it out. I'm saying STOP, and it's, well, doing that to the recording. And it would explain it as I've been talking about ABS. Well, that's fun. Well, at least I know that something ain't wrong with the camera. That's a relief. Hey, look, the ABS light is gone. Go figure. If it could be like my Charger too, with the interference thing. It's a great day for the ride though. You know what? It's 66 degrees. Beautiful. Magnifico. It's rougher. Just when you're like, it's all good, here's a rough road for you. Ooh, look at the mountains up there. Ride slow and quiet. Well, the quiet part's kind of hard on a straight pipe Harley Davidson, just saying. Also, we deal with this at home all the time, so can't say I really feel bad for you. Especially you look out your window and you get to see that. I think you'll survive. You probably can handle a little brr, 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 brr. Probably a whole bunch of BMW riders live out here. Or probably Goldwing ones. I feel like the Goldwingers turn their nose up as much as BMW riders do. least that's kind of the vibe I get anymore. Everybody thinks they're better than everybody else. Ah, this is beautiful. So beautiful. God. Well, I think we'll see you in a bit. Stop recording. Had to show you the grand reveal here. Love me the mountains, love them. I don't know how high we are, but it's 64 degrees, so my guess is we're between probably 8 and 9, I'll bet. They're just a nice, pleasant little chill to the air. Now, if I didn't have a fairing, I probably would want a little bit more layers on, but fairing helps. But getting just that little bit of a cool breeze on my skin running through my coat. Also, I think we may have a clue with my ABS. I flicked my high beams on, and then I noticed it came on. So it's making me start to wonder if maybe there's a voltage issue. Whereas when I hit them high beams and I have that voltage, that spike of draw, I said that word again. So yeah, it's drawn and the system's saying, hold on. I definitely need to shut that off because that's kind of annoying. Although I linked it up to my app for the first time last night and I might have hit a button in the app, who knows. Or when we did the update, it might have done that too. Stop. Stop recording. Stop. Stop. What the? Hey, you can stop recording now. Or not. My God. Well, we're in Nederland. I have no idea what the exact enunciation of it is. My guess is Nederland, or Lind. Maybe it's Nederland instead of Nederland. Who knows? Either way, cool little mountain town. Well, foothills town. West of Boulder. Kind of a mini Estes Park. Not near as busy as Estes Park is. Of course, it also doesn't have a national park.
Well, this is turning into what the dang... Cancel! Me and voice commands are not friends right now. It's like I was saying, it's a cute little town. Kind of a mini Estes Park. They're looking to buy Eldora, so I would guess they won't be on the Icon Pass anymore. But that's okay. The mega passes are bad. That's what every real skier tells me now. Although I don't know, I can't complain. Gets me skiing it. Crested Butte this year, or maybe Breckenridge, Aspen, all that. Like I said, I know that, you know, the mega passes are bad, but stop recording. Stop recording. I don't know what you're doing here, Reaver. I'm kind of nervous. What's the interesting little town to ride in? Yeah, holy shit. Oh, there's the actual road. Okay. Cancel. This must be... I don't know what that was about. We're eventually going to Left-Hand Canyon. Just a weird way to get there. This little settlement's called Ward. Okay, these voice commands suck. Yeah, we will shut them off and never turn them on again. The reason why I never turned them on my GoPro. Like I said, that was Ward. We're going to Left-Hand Canyon.
thinking down here a lot more sport bike riders for sure. Of course, home, we've discussed it before. It's very much Harley Davidson country for sure. Some of that's Sturgis, some of that's availability. This is Left-Hand Canyon. Stop recording. I'll be honest with you, I'm about ready to just delete Reaver forever. Been lost for about 20 minutes, like legit lost. Like a long time since I've been this lost. I've never been this lost on a bike. But now I have this fancy app that effing got me lost. So it's awesome. You sit down, you plan a route, you do all this, and then app just says, nope, I don't know where I'm at. We're gonna figure out where we're at here. I don't think I want to go left. There's no road here. I don't know what it's thinking. Are we finally on track now? Oh my god, dude. That was annoying. Like, really annoying. You know, I said a few weeks ago on the radio that everything is going haywire right now. My god. You know, I said Reaver was okay, was a pretty good app a few weeks ago. Well, I was wrong. It's junk. It's stupid. I'm probably never going to use it again. Because I tell you what, Google Maps can give me just as lost as this, and I have to pay an extra 20 bucks. Junk frickin' app, dude. Not happy. I'm going to take a serious look and figure out what I get with Pro and what I don't. And I think we're just going to get rid of Pro. Because I still get ride tracking without Pro. I just can't do a twisty road routing, which, look what it's done for me. It put me down gravel roads yesterday when I just wanted to pave roads. It got me lost for a good half hour today. I mean, to the point that I knew I was north of Ward and Estes Park was northwest of me, and I-25 is to the east, quite a few miles. Like, I was probably 10 miles out was my radius for knowing where I was at. So, but on the bright side, it's a beautiful day. "71 degrees. We put on about 100 miles so far, and it's 9:30 in the morning, so I will say this, I'm never going to make the mistake I made yesterday again. I wanted to eat at Atomic Cowboy yesterday, and they don't open till 8, and I waited till 8 till they were open, and that was a mistake. This morning,
different approach. Doug's Diner in Centennial opens at 6 on Sundays, and I got there about 6:20. And it's been a lot more enjoyable of a day for sure. So we're not going to make that mistake again of leaving late. I don't know why I thought that it'd be a good idea to leave late, but of course I also thought, you know, as of 2 days ago, Reaver was a good app to use. And I'm shutting off them stupid voice controls on that tomorrow too. Oh my god. Kind of like my Senna, I don't know what combination. It like seriously quits working on random words. So anyways, 2 days ago I thought Reaver was a good app. So I can't use any word that ends in the letter that comes after O in the English alphabet. So I thought Reaver was a good A. Yesterday. But that was wrong. Oh well, at least we're back on track. Okay, you can stop now. Shut them stupid voice controls off. My God. All right. Where are we? Now we know where we're at. So yeah, north of Boulder. We're back on our route. Yep, we're back. Well, maybe. Alright, so, yep, we're going to go back to just regular. We're not using Reaver anymore to navigate because I know where I'm going. And like I said, we may never use Reaver for navigation again. We may not speak of this day again. Yeah. So now I know what I'm doing. We're back on our route now. We're going to take 36 up to Estes Park. From Estes Park, we're going to take 34 back down into Loveland. And eventually to Greeley, where I'm staying tonight. Damn. That was not fun at all. That was annoying. Oh well, we got through it. Oh well, it's the fun you get to have sometimes going down the road. A little bit warmer down here as you'd expect. It's about 80 now at about 10 in the morning. And we're really on the edge of the foothills now. You can see on my left I've got some hills, start of the mountains, and on my right, plains. So we're right on the border of the foothills. I'm just happy we're back on track. Because that was, yeah, we were lost for a bit. Absolutely. And compounding the matter was it kept losing satellite. So it was saying I was miles back of where I was actually at. Although who knows, that might be a phone issue. But lesson learned, don't ever use the turn-by-turn on Reaver. Ever. Don't do it. It's stupid.
But maybe we'll get a charge up in this phone, so that'd be good. Well, on the merry way we go. We'll check in on with you in a bit. Let me show you this grand reveal here. It's kind of hard to tell because those trees are kind of in the way. I give it a few years, forest fire will probably take them out. But yeah, we're coming down into Estes Park. You can see the Rockies in front of me. Estes is just about kind of on the edge of the foothills. And if you've been to Rocky Mountain National Park, you probably went through Estes Park. Still a pretty nice day. The Estes Park sign. That's interesting, like the Reaver app like just totally skipped like 15 miles I did. Thing just said, nope, I'm not gonna track. Right, that 20 miles I was trying to figure out where it was at in the world. That's okay, we're back on track now. We're back on the route we wanted to take. We're probably going to stop here in Estes Park for a little bit, maybe walk around. Depending on if I can find a place to park. Which is always kind of a thing to consider when you're in Estes Park. Because it is, well, a busy town. Especially on hot summer days like this one. Get up to 7,500, cools down just a little bit. Our nice little lake out there. I think it's, I can't remember. I'll be honest with you, I kind of want to go paddleboarding pretty bad. I'm pretty sure there's a public parking lot up here. I think I'm going to get in. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pop in there, I think. Like I said, good time to stop, stretch the legs a little bit, walk around a tad. Yeah, don't touch elk. That's a good lesson. Mother elk will, well, probably take care of you. And I don't know if you want mother elk to take care of you, because I don't think that would end well. Just don't think it would end well. And about as well as hanging out with a cub. let's go into town and see what we got. All else fails, we'll come back to here. Actually, I think I need to be in that lane. Like I said, it's been a decent amount of years since I've been through Estes Park. Make sure it's running. Yep. I just run him off. That's cool. What else going on here? Here we go. We're just gonna do this number. There we go. Yep. And we'll, yep, good little parking right here. That'll work. Gonna do some walking here. Yep. Three-hour parking. Okay, good. We got time. All right. Well, we're done at Estes. Let's go back to. Well, we'll stop in Loveland. Excuse me. I think we're gonna check out the Shields there. Okay. Oops, excuse me. There we go. I think we got everything we need here. Actually, let's go this side. Like I said, back to Loveland and eventually Greeley. Definitely come here early because, yeah. You can see the difference now. How much different it is. How many more people are here. See if someone will let me out. I'm sure someone will. Who wants my spot? Have it. Kind of like the Hunger Games, but parking spots. All right, out of town we go. All right, let's get out of Estes Park before it gets too busy. Like I said, it was pretty open when I got here, but now, holy crap. We're back with good old Google leading the way, so we should be able to make it to Loveland just fine. Although I know how to get there, so. This is more to be like, yeah, well, I know how long I got to take till I get back. But yeah, Estes Park, it's a cool little town. It is. It's busy as hell, but I don't know. I just really like Estes Park. Haven't been here for a while, so it's good to be back in Estes and check it out. Obviously, get here early enough to actually enjoy it a little bit, and I have to get stuck in that. Seemed like about 11:30 is when town really got busy. So, fun fact. Things to keep in mind if you come up here. Because like I said, you got to get up here early. Because if you don't, well, you kind of get stuck in that. Also, we've switched back to the other camera again. .360 nice, but sometimes it's kind of a pain, especially where you can't reach it. Alright, so we're going to get back on. We're going to get on 34 here. Go back to Loveland. And follow the line of traffic through Big Thompson Canyon. Alrighty. And like I said, if you come to Estes Park in the middle of the day on a weekend and you're mad because there's crowds, well, it's kind of on you because, yeah, everybody comes to Estes Park in the middle of a day on a warm weekend. As you can see, no Rocky Mountain National Park this time. So I just didn't get my timed entry pass and wanted to take some different roads to get here, so. Because yes, you still need a timed entry if you go into Rocky Mountain National Park, just what it is. You can complain about it, but it is what it is. I will say this about time entry, it's kind of nice when you're in there, because it's not near as crazy as it used to be. Because it used to be a madhouse in the middle of the day in like any of the big national parks. In fact, when we went to Glacier and did the Going to the Sun Road, we couldn't even go to the visitor center because the parking lot was full. Because people just like to go like park at the parking lot and just barbecue all freaking day up there. No reason, just, you know, we can sit up here because we can, so. And they're the reason why we have timed entry. So you can complain about it, but it's kind of, we've done it to ourselves as consumers. Although it won't matter, because I'm sure there won't be national parks in about 5 years, because they'll all be freaking condos or oil wells or whatever the hell. So, which I think is a mistake, but well. I'm obviously not in the electorate. Cancel. I'm obviously not part of the majority of what this country needs, I guess. So, is what it is. Some people like to protect natural resources and enjoy them. Some people are just magtards. So, whatever. Dang, I really want to go paddleboarding now. Everybody out there on the lake enjoying it. Oh well, eventually. Alright, well, we're going to head here into Big Thompson Canyon and head back to Loveland. We'll see you in a bit. There. Took care of the ice cream. Alright. Now we got that taken care of. Got just a few more miles left here before we're calling it a day. Interesting day for sure. What did we learn today? Getting to Estes Park early is a must. We learned that. What else did we learn? Oh yeah, Reaver sucks. Do not use that app to navigate or set up routes or do anything with. What else did we learn? We learned that the barrel in Estes Park is a pretty good place to go drink a beer. What else did we learn? I don't know, can't think of really anything else. We're in Windsor, Colorado. Grab a couple donuts here from Mr. Yova's Donut. Not a bad little place to go. Prices are reasonable. Had an M&M donut and a red velvet with sour cream on, or not sour cream, but cream cheese on top for like $5.50. So pretty good prices for sure. But yeah, we're gonna head home today. The fun's over. Have to go back to work tomorrow, which, you know, is what it is. But had a pretty good trip. Everything went well. Had a good time spending time with family last night. And obviously the price was right for the accommodations. So one thing just to explain, the reason why I'm all over the place is because, well, Greeley and Loveland and Fort Collins and Windsor, they all are just kind of a conglomeration anymore. I mean, yeah, there's still space between the cities, but for the most part, it's pretty wide open. Or not pretty wide open, but pretty packed in, pretty close together. Plus, where I was staying was towards the west side of Greeley, the northwest side of Greeley, so obviously do more stuff towards the northwest side, as in, you know, lots of stuff in Windsor for sure. But we're gonna head back today. We're gonna take the Highway 85 route, I think. But instead of turning at Mule Creek, we're going to go ahead and we're gonna go, instead of turning at Mule Creek Junction, excuse me, we're gonna go straight up through Newcastle and through Leyden, Deadwood, end up at Sturgis. I'm tracking a ride for Reaver, whatever the hell it is. So that way I can get a free t-shirt, because what can I say, I'm kind of a prize whore. But other than that, I don't have a lot to report right now at the moment. We're getting off a little later than I wanted to, but not too bad. But I also didn't feel right just, you know, leaving the family in the middle of the damn night before they all woke up, so, because that's kind of rude. But we're still doing good. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. It's only 70 degrees out right now, so I should be able to get a good couple hours down the road before it gets too terribly hot. Nice thing about living out here in the dry lands as well, it tends to cool down quite a bit at night. It hangs around a little bit longer. But I'm sure by noon it's going to be blasted hot again. So I'm just going to kind of enjoy these last views of the mountains here before we go. They don't look too bad this morning. There's a little haze in the air, but it's kind of nice you can see them. The last 2 mornings have been pretty good for seeing the mountains. Saturday morning was not.
Saturday morning was so hazy. But anyways, we'll talk to you in a bit. Well, we're past Cheyenne now. Kind of that point of the trip's going back where I'm like, well, no more Rockies. And usually you can see the top peaks of them still from about here, but I think there's too much haze today. I don't think we're going to get to see it. But kind of nice to be. It's kind of a nice feeling again to. I guess it's a weird feeling, but I kind of like the fact that I'm leaving a place and I got a feeling of bummed out because I'm leaving again. Because if you remember last year from leaving Vegas, I did not have that feeling leaving there. Like, it was like, get me the hell home. Like get me home as fast as you can. Get me out of this damn place. No, we're back to our normal, dang it, gotta go back. But here's the thing, though. I still enjoy going home, too. Just sometimes at home you get into that routine, and it's kind of the same thing, and you kind of get, I don't know, sometimes a little bored with the same thing. You know, coming down here is something new and something different. I'm sure I'd be the same way going to other places from here, you know, but usually every trip down here is pretty good. Even with some of the issues we had with that thing, and well, that stupid ABS light that's annoying me. Still intermittent, so I don't know. Maybe we'll try to look at it. Maybe we'll just say F it and not worry about it. I may just say F it and not worry about it. And I know all you safety people just crap yourselves and they're freaking out. But here's the thing. Like I said before, if you don't have ABS, you still have brakes. You just don't have anti-lock brakes. If you practice your emergency braking and you strive not to use anti-lock brakes, in the end, you know, several videos have shown braking the right way is a lot more efficient than just relying on your ABS to do it for you. So, is it a risk? Yeah. But you know what? There's lots of bikes out there that don't have ABS on them still, and still run down the road just fine. So, plus I have linked brakes, so that helps me a lot too in those situations. And the big thing is practicing. Practice, practice, practice. If you're not going to practice anything else, at least practice your emergency stops, because you never know when you need them. You don't want your first time practice it when you need to stop now. It's also warmed up. It's up to about 80 now, so the cool weather went away. About 10 miles north of Welton, all of a sudden I felt a nice little brush of air, and it was warm, and then it's been warm ever since. So but that's okay. You could say today I'm making my ride to the rally. Because we are going to run through Sturgis, partially for something different, partially, like I said, I'm setting a Riva run, and I want a damn t-shirt. So, because you know me, I like free t-shirts. One of the best things about Sturgis Rally for me is opportunities for free t-shirts. Part of the reason why I usually make sure and go demo an Indian every single year. Just because, well, if I go demo an Indian, they give me a deal, and I can go over to the dealership and I can get a free t-shirt. So, because like I said, I'm a prize whore. That's also why I have an Indian Motorcycles t-shirt that you've seen me in quite a bit, even though I ride a Honda. But hey, it's a free shirt. And it seems like the only people that really get up in arms with you wearing a shirt that's not your brand of motorcycle are, well, people that don't actually ride. So And hopefully the person that isn't that will calmly correct me here, because I need some comments for Comments and Beer, which once again is our monthly comment show. Here's the part of the program where I promote my own crap. And today's sponsor is Comments and Beer from the Sodak Motorcycle Blog. So if you want to have the absolute worst commentary that you ever heard in your life, said by a guy who's, well, pretty much an idiot and doesn't know what he's talking about while he's drinking random weird beers, because, why not? Why not rip off, Cruiseman's Garage with Comments and Beer instead of Crown and Comments? But hey, you can get that every single month. The first Thursday every month, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, we do our monthly Comments and Beer, where I talk about your comments. And I drink some beers. And I upset a lot of people that ride Spyders because I can't get my Spider brands right. But that's okay. I encourage you to check it out. Actually, I discourage you from checking it out. It's terrible. But hey, if you want to just, feel better about yourself, I encourage you to check it out. So, there's your ad. Well, hell. I guess we'll talk to you in a bit. Well, we kind of have our lovely Black Hills in sight now. North of Mule Creek Junction. About 25 miles into Newcastle or so. We can fuel there, have some lunch there. Finish up this trip. Getting pretty warm. It says it's 82, but I can tell there's more dew points higher up here. So unfortunately, we somehow in the last 5 years or so, it seems like we just live in a higher dew point zone now here in the Black Hills. I don't know what did it, but apparently that's just reality now. It's more of these 82 degrees days that are unbearable because the dew point's at like 60. Used to be the reason why it was always good to come out here. You have to deal with that, but God, it just feels like the last few years have just gotten ridiculous with that. But is what it is, I guess. You just kind of got to deal with it. At least we still got good scenery to look at home. Other than that, that's about it. That's really about the biggest things to report. Other than we got fuel and we're going along. And also this drive always kind of, I don't know, something about, it's not so bad except for between Lusk and Mule Creek Junction. It feels like, it's like, what, 55 miles or no, it's like 67 miles, but it feels like you've gone like 100 miles or some crap. It's kind of just ridiculous how slow it seems to always drag on. I mean, really, if you could get rid of that stretch between Mule Creek Junction and Lost, the ride through Wyoming wouldn't be so bad. But you just, for whatever reason, can't seem to get rid of that. Even going from Torrington to Cheyenne, which is about 80 miles, it doesn't feel near like that does. But that's just the way it feels. So, like I said, this is a little different route for me. Usually I would turn at Mule Creek Junction and go through Hot Springs, but I thought today, you know what, let's do something different. Plus, I figure I'm going to do one of the Reaver challenges where basically you just got to put a public ride up of you going to Sturgis, which we're going to do because I want a t-shirt. So that's what we're going to do. And I figure I'm paying $20 for that damn Reaver, which frankly, if you've been watching the videos from this last trip, has extremely frustrated me. I just will get something out of it. So that's one of the things we're going to do to get something out of it. And it's not a big difference between going up through Sturgis or going through Rapid City. I'd say it's maybe about 5 miles in about 10 minutes.
Usually coming down, the reason why I will always go that way is just because I don't want to have to deal with wildlife going through the hills, because this obviously goes through the hills. But coming back, sometimes it at least take a little bit of the heat out of the air if it's a really hot day. Plus, it is a pretty ride, and it's a nice little refresher once you get back for sure. But other than that, I'm really glad that you have joined me on this trip so far, and we'll talk with it a little bit more once we get lunch done, and maybe once we get in the hills and get you a little bit more scenery. Although I think I'm gonna leave the camera on because paying attention to what that vehicle's doing. Alright, we should be good. Anyways, we'll talk at you in a bit. Well, hey, look at that, back in South Dakota there. Alright, back home. And we gotta slow down a little bit here because we got a slower speed limit. And there we go. Hey, we just about made it. Just a few miles out of Sturgis now. On our epic journey to Sturgis. Well, I mean, I don't know if I call it epic. I mean, we did leave Windsor at like 7:30 this morning. It's 1:44 now, so that's what? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. 6 hours, 15 minutes. That was including fuel stops, and I actually sat down and ate lunch. Granted, I didn't sit very long, but still. And it's good to take breaks every once in a while. Also, your bladder only can do so much, and also you can only put so much fuel in a bike before you're sick of it. Just bought my brand new bike. How much you want to bet you don't even have a license yet? But yeah, anyways, yeah, we're here now. We're gonna stop in at J&P, hopefully get a t-shirt. They shouldn't be already out of them, because my God. But you never know, I guess. I mean, oh, fun fact, there's a TV bar in Estes Park now. Michael Ballard's, you know, oh God, what they call it? Moonshine. He's got like a little eatery up there. I didn't go in there because, frankly, I get to, you know, take advantage of that anytime I want to by going to the TV bar in the summertime. But, you know, I guess if you're never going to be to the actual TV bar, you can go to the next best thing, I guess. Oh, kind of good to be close to home. Thermometer says 79, but it's pretty humid 79. That's so much better than 100 degrees. And there it is. There's the sign. See? We made it. Yay! Well, I think we're going to shut down the camera here and talk to you in a bit. Oh, no t-shirt. They're not even close to set up yet. They don't know what's going on in there. So, nope. No t-shirt for my challenge. That's okay. I'm number 2 on the leaderboard right now, so that's cool. It probably won't last. What's gonna sell for a iRoadman patch? Like every year. Since 2006. Anyways. Well, on that kind of disappointment, I think it's time to roll out. I ain't got a lot of time left. My little I'm about to die battery warning's on, so but I'd like to thank you for stopping by, checking out this trip. Here at the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, we make weekly videos. They come out at 7 p.m. Mountain Time every Thursday. If you're trying to figure out what time Mountain Time is, just peg it off of Denver. The time in Denver, guess what? It's Mountain Time. 7 p.m. Denver time means a new episode's on. Every Thursday. If you want to wait till then, I encourage you to not only subscribe to the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, but while you're there, go ahead and buy a membership for the Sodak Motorcycle Blog for $2.99 a month. Get priority reply to comments, meaning I respond to your comments within 24 hours. Additionally, when my videos come out, when I upload them, you get to see them. You don't have to wait till the release date for them. Also, you get a little badge by your name that shows that, yep, you're a member. But like I said, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike the video, hit the dislike button. I encourage you to leave a comment, good or bad, because we use those 4 comments in beer. Already talked about that. We do that the first Thursday of every single month, same time as my regular Sodak Motorcycle Blog videos. Other than that, I don't think I got much else. Other than, you know what? I'm ready to go home. Ready to get this equipment off. I'd like to say sit in the air conditioning, but that ain't gonna happen because I probably have a lawn I need to mow, so we're probably gonna start mowing the damn lawn because I'm already gonna be hot anyway. So what's it matter if you're just sticky for another couple hours?